The greatest paradox of life is that the more you chase anything, the more it seems like the finish line is running away from you. No matter what it is, if it's success, if it's wealth, if it's a specific person, which actually is a specific pattern, but never mind. So whatever it is that you put on a pedestal uh, will stay away from you. Uh, the reason being is that you put it on pedestal and you created the distance between you and the object, between you and the desire, between you and success, no matter what it is. But when you realize that nothing is so powerful as your own soul is, your own spirit is, in that way you subside the gap between you and the desired result, no matter what it is. If you have challenges with health, if you have challenges in relationships, if you are anxious, if you're depressed, no matter what are the obstacles, first of all, recognizing that every obstacle is just a school of life will bring you to the point where you will stop resisting challenges and you will immediately, when they occur, know that they are just a stepping stone to fulfillment of your desire. Because there is no fulfillment and you wouldn't even enjoy in fulfillment if you didn't grow as a person during the accomplishing whatever it is that you want to accomplish. So it's also strange how life is very simple, but people tend to complicate it because they can't believe that it's so simple. Me first, but thanks God I always had some role models in my family who had that uh, strong presence and uh, who even when I was a little child showed me how to navigate properly through life. So I remember my grandfather especially was someone who gave me and installed in me inside that deep inner knowing and that deep inner trust that everything will be great, that there is no need and no reason from my part to be concerned about tomorrow, because as long as we're here, tomorrow always takes care of itself. Don't worry about tomorrow. You show up every day with baby steps and do your best every day to become the best possible version of yourself and let go of all fears, because the power of life will take you in her stream and you will literally become someone who previously was the passive observer and now is someone who is conscious creator, because as soon as you become aware you then no longer allow those self-sabotaging mind activities to be present, or even if they again pop up, you just allow them to pass, because that's how all works. We are like sky, and thoughts and activities are like clouds. It's also interesting that when you finally let go of your need to control, of your need for struggle because everyone else is struggling, you literally become uh, one of people who are living in a higher state of consciousness, where you go with the flow and you literally witness how everything falls into place with zero effort from your part. Yes, action is also required in the highest states of consciousness, but what separates action from higher state of consciousness with action from collective consciousness, action in collective consciousness comes from struggle, comes from fear, comes from resistance, comes from comparing with other people and their journeys, comes from scarcity mindset, comes from grinding and struggle, and simply comes from creating of matter, which naturally leads to uh, hardship. But when you take action from a higher state of consciousness, first you follow the intuition, because intuition becomes your inseparable guide. So you never take any action without following the intuition. You never ignore hunches. You never do today what your intuition told you to do tomorrow. That's what separates taking action from higher states of consciousness with taking action from collective consciousness. And what's interesting is that most people are literally forced to evolve and to elevate in these states of consciousness, because they exhaust themselves so much to the point that they literally have to give up and to say, you know what, my way is the wrong way, and I finally admit that. Come on, help me, I need help. I was one of those, and I didn't even have chance to admit that I lost the battle, which was never mine to fight anyways, and that I give it up to the higher power. I literally almost lost my life twice because I was so stubborn and I so wanted to do it my way that almost cancelled me twice. So for me personally, that was the turning point when I just had no options and I had to announce and declare that I lost, and that I am aware that it's impossible to fight with the entire universe and with the entire life. What's the greatest magic and the most beautiful thing in all of that? That has elevated me, that has put me into place where I now am daily witnessing uh, fulfill, full, fulfilling of my desires with least effort. I am at peace. That is the ultimate goal of many. So I had to put myself in peace and to train myself to have in every waking moment those shock absorbers to, yes, I still sleep and skip and catch myself in some moments of low frequencies, but I know how to block them before momentum. The best ways to block them before momentum is with gratitude. So I was forced to evolve. And if you're smart enough and you know that it's better to learn on examples of others, you will not wait to have some extreme situation as mine were, you will be smart enough to declare that you lost before you experience something drastic and dramatic as I was. So in this state of peace, which is the goal, end goal in every action that we take, is where magic happens. So it was never about anything external anyways, because that saying, enjoy the journey, is so powerful, because nothing else matters. No matter what you achieved. Yes, achievements are pleasant and they give us temporary satisfaction, but nothing from the material world can't give you that deep inner knowing and peace as elevation in your awareness can. So do whatever you can to improve your state of consciousness and to expand your awareness every single day, because that will give you freedom that's impossible to be bought anywhere. So if it was possible to be bought, everybody would be lazy to just go and say, I want freedom. But that's not how the things work. And that's something that you have to put some effort and some time to learn and to rewire and to literally let go of everything that's not serving you, in order to put yourself in a place that was from the beginning our birthright. And our birthright is what? Health, wealth, love, happiness, whole life success. In exchange for what? In exchange for you being you. You came here as every single soul as a genius. The tricky part is that somewhere along the way someone convinced us that we are far away from genius. So unfortunately, some will have to wait until next reincarnation to fulfill their soul's purpose. Some are awakened through this journey. Awakening and expanding in consciousness is a beautiful thing, because it naturally makes you a better person. It makes you someone who comes from a place of compassion, someone who, because it's impossible to be judgmental of others when you are aware and know how it can be complicated in people's heads. When you know how beliefs work, when you know how blockages and traumas and resistance and frequencies and all that stuff that comes from primal state of being works, it's impossible for you to be someone who will judge anybody, because you know how challenging it was for you to work on it. So it immediately puts you in a place of understanding, in a place of forgiveness, and that's the whole point of every hero's journey, to step out from the crowd that is still believing that is living life in a hostile universe and to join the crowd who is 100% aware and sure that we are living in a friendly universe. If someone hurts you, doesn't mean that behind the other corner you will bump into a fellow human who will have a total understanding and love and compassion and will be willing to help you with your challenge no matter what it is. So I am the also great example, because when on January 11th in my stomach something literally exploded like a bomb, and when I started bleeding on my mouth and when I experienced pain so powerful that I literally passed out, and when I came back I was aggressive and I was even pulling my mother away because I was aware that no one at the moment can help me. I was bleeding through my transportation to the hospital in the vehicle, and it was crazy situation, but literally if I came to hospital 5 minutes earlier I wouldn't find my doctor, because it would be end of shift of previous one. Literally every second was organized and planned from the infinite intelligence for me to end up in hands of the best surgeon we have in our town, and to be blessed by God to have a person like that in charge of saving my life. And after the surgery, he was so nice and kind that I am literally, whenever I pray for myself and for my family, praying for that man and for his family, because he is one of the greatest proofs and examples for me personally how the infinite intelligence and God and friendly universe work. So in this state of consciousness, I no longer search proofs. Why? I became proof. I became proof of miracles in life. I became proof of certainty in goodness of the future. I became proof in how every tomorrow take care of itself. There is no need for us to worry. That's the reason why Jesus said, if you only had the faith of a mustard seed, you could move my mountains. Trust and let all your burdens to him, to the big guy. Big guy has weapons you know nothing about. And never be delusional that he forgot about your case. He never forgets about any case. And he is just acting at the right moment, not when you want or feel it's appropriate. He knows what he's doing much better than you ever knew. This applies to a previous version of me also. So when he said seek the kingdom of heaven inside you first, he referred to creating from fourth dimension. 3D reality is so boring. In 3D you have rat race, you have collective consciousness, you have fulfilling desires from matter. In 4D, you are a wizard. You live wizard's path. You create from unified field. You create through heart-brain coherence. What that means? That means that your emotions and your thoughts are in alignment. There is no arguing between heart and brain. In heart-brain coherence, you literally manifest fulfilling of all your desires just through connection with your higher self. Your job is to have the intention or desire and to allow your higher power to guide you. And you witness synchronicities, you witness meaningful coincidences, and all that beautiful thing that are breadcrumbs from above, literally like in that fairy tale where they followed the breadcrumbs. So infinite intelligence is always giving you breadcrumbs. The question is, are you aware to recognize them? That's your job and that's your part. My yoke is easy, my burden is light, is 4D. 4D. He said for 4D that in 4D all conditions are perfect. No struggle, no force, just alignment, just connection with your higher self, with infinite intelligence, with God, source, universe, call it however you want to call it. In this state of being, you become a person who is literally bulletproof. Yes, you still have good and bad days, but none of that affects your inner world, because you're aware that everything is flow and everything is changing, and you are no longer so attached, because the cause of all suffering is attachment. Attachment to experiences, attachment to people, circumstances, events, possessions. Never be attached to anything, because in every moment of now you can lose everything. Nothing is promised, and you must be so powerful that nothing from the external world isn't affecting you, meaning isn't having power to affect your mood. You are the only one who is in charge of your own mood. So you are the experiencer behind every experience, and therefore never be attached or never be dependent upon experiences and other people who are engaging in you, with you in those experiences. And there are many more levels to be explored, and it's addictive, because the more you learn, you see that the less you know, and every day some new dimensions are opening, and you become grateful for the opportunity to be a part of this beautiful journey. And also it gives you awareness that whatever you learn, you should share. And even if that means that you'll be light to one soul in your entire journey, your duty is to be and to shine the light for that one soul. That's why we are here, to be the shoulder for one another, to be proof that yes, it's true, we are living in the friendly universe, and it was never better than it is now. Literally, we are living like kings and queens used to live just 5 centuries. Even kings and queens weren't able to live how we are living today just 5 or 6 centuries ago. So the saying, you were complaining about your shoes until you saw the people without legs, is so true, because if you want to find reasons to be ungrateful and to complain, you will always find reasons to be ungrateful and to complain. But if you want to find reasons to appreciate this journey and to be grateful, you will find more than enough reasons to literally train your heart to always beat with thank you.